Going from point A to point B is easy when you have a working vehicle, but for those who rely on other forms of transportation, like walking, it's nearly impossible to do safely in some parts of Lake Charles. So the city brought in an expert to assess areas that need some work. KPLC's Stephanie Obadiku has more.
The city is working to create a safer and more accessible downtown and building a better walking connection to the lakefront.
Making a downtown as walkable as possible. And some of those solutions include things like street trees and more connectivity, crosswalks, that kind of thing. But there's so much art and science to it.
To do that, they brought in city planner and author Jeff Speck, who has worked with many cities across the United States to create a plan for their future.
Just give every little bit of advice I can about how the city and particularly the downtown can be more livable, which really means more walkable.
He says the premises of the area are well placed, but there are huge safety concerns.
And the principal danger is not so much crime these days as it is cars going above the speed limit. What determines how fast cars go? Well, first of all, do you have lanes that are highway width, 12, 13, 14, 15 feet instead of 10 feet? Yes, you do. So cars are encouraged to go highway speeds. Do you have streets that have lanes in them they don't need because the traffic demand isn't high enough to suggest as many lanes as the street have? Yes, you have those as well.
While parts of the city have a beautiful view and multiple sidewalks and crossing areas, other parts of the city don't, forcing residents to share the road with motorized vehicles on their bicycles or even on their feet. One resident says for safety reasons, she has to drive to the lakefront in order to get some steps in.
In our neighborhood, we don't have sidewalks, so it's easier to let the kids come out here and see the water and all that and be able to have an open space to run around and stuff like that.
Another resident says she'd like to see this plan extended to residential areas first. In Lake Charles, Stephanie Obadiku, 7 News.